Let's get it back. EDL, DZ, we are back. Another year, another fabulous year. 2023, our first video of the year. Dan, how you doing, buddy?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic. It's great to be back and doing these videos, Nate Dogg.
Yes, much awaited. I hope everybody watches. God damn it. We got a new studio. As you can see, I've moved up into my room. So no longer allowed downstairs to do these things. So hopefully there's no bras or anything hanging out. A lot to cover today, as we haven't done shit. But so there's week 1, week 2, little preseason, little this, little that. So I'm just gonna kind of fly right through it, DZ. Something you want to say? Speak up. Sound good?
That sounds good. Let's go.
All right, let's start in the preseason, kind of recap, catch up to where we are today. Off season, one thing I wanted to know, another great off season this year between draft day and week 1, between draft day and week 1, there was 21 trades. It was an off season full of trading. Even at the draft, we had a whole draft full of Zoe, and it didn't even turn out that way. There were 21 trades. How many trades do you think there were last year, DZ? Between that same span.
Man, that's a that's a long time ago, Nate. I have no clue.
All right, I'm gonna give it away. It was 4. So this year we had 21. The year before we only had 4. Ooh. The year before that we had 16. But it was definitely a busy off season, awesome off season, and also introduced our first year of Superflex. Are we 2 weeks in, DZ? Big W.
I mean, I can't imagine playing a league a different way. Me and Peter in a league together playing against these fucking boomers, Nate. Plumbers, if you will. And fuck them, man. They want to do single quarterback. They won't have none of the 2 quarterbacks. I can't stand it.
Yeah, so Superflex been cool. Shows a lot of different value in teams. Kind of, I feel like a little bit of a maybe more even playing field. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but it kind of feels like things have also shifted. Another thing that's kind of shifted the team spread or the fantasy point layout is the new defensive end that we have. Another big W?
Oh my God. This is the biggest W this league has ever fucking seen, bro. I mean, since its first year when I won it all, it's the biggest win. Like, man, come on, dude. This was getting stupid when, like, Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa, what could you fetch? Like a couple first-round picks, honestly, for these guys. Now it's to a level where, we start 3 of these guys, and there's actually 3 guys you can start that you can say, yeah, dude, yeah, this feels good. I like this guy. I'm starting at my 3rd DN spot. So,
off-season
nice balance now. Nice balance now.
Off-season full of trading, super flex, defensive ends, 3 W's to start out the show, DZ. We're rolling. Some of the things that's normal, blah, 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 blah. Do your survivor picks, do your confidence picks, get all that stuff in. I still need to take $1 from you guys. I'll probably do that and post on the site after this. Blind bidding, as always. Let me refresh this. Before the season, when it was the preseason, I kind of helped a couple people out to clarify the groups. If you put all your players in one group, you're only going to get 1 player out of that. If you want multiple players, it needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, multiple groups. If you have any questions on Wednesday, text me. I cannot bid on Wednesday. I take pictures of all the bids every night before I push them through. But I do not bid on Wednesday, so then I can go in and help you guys. If anything's messed up, there's already been a couple mess ups. One being me. I didn't push blind bidding through. If that happens, text me or just fucking make a bid. I think Jerome made a bid at 10:30. I gave it back to him for free because that should have been a first come first serve. If there's any issues, text me. If not, just try to do what you're trying to do, and everything's logged on the site. Yeah, everything's pretty much updated. I don't know if you guys noticed on blind bidding numbers and whatnot. I'm trying to put that in the notes to show how much money you spent on the guys so you can go back and look at it later. Figured that'd be kind of cool. That's pretty much it, DZ. As far as what I want to cover going in, I want to talk a little bit about the league, where we're at now. Some random stats over the first 2 weeks, just from players. Some random stats from our league over the first 2 weeks, and then we're going to get into recaps and previews. Sound good?
Sound good.
First thing first, DZ, we have 4 teams that are 2-0. The 2-0 club, let's see. We got Plainview Crushers, Bird of Prey, Glory Hole, and myself, Set It and Forget It. DZ, let me ask you a question about those 4 teams. Who is in there that didn't intend to be in there, and now they're there to stay?
Well, I think they all intended to be there. I mean, we saw Edwards do like just a complete makeover, 1 year, quick little wham bam, thank you, and his team's looking strong. And Nate, I don't know if you're trying to get at your team at all here, but I do want to say something. A lot of people left you for dead, and man, I got to give you, a little clap for your start, man. Hey, your old guys are producing so far.
I'm with it. So, any team that you think that went from whatever to they're here to stay? You want to give any team?
I think, man, all the 2-0 teams are here to stay.
Okay, that's fair.
Rupp's always there, and I feel like he's just continuing. He's like Madonna. He continues to reinvent himself over and over. Very impressive for a busy, father and drug dealer,
No, not bad, drug dealer. Okay, just a shout out. If you go 3-0, these 4 teams, the last time Edwards has been 3-0, it's only been 1 time. So it'd be 4-0 because we're against averages. But the only time you started out 3-0, 4-0 was back in 2013. Edwards has a chance to come back. 10 years later, Edwards might have a chance to come back. Bird was 3-0 in 2021, just a couple years ago. Rupp was 4-0 in 2020 and 2015, and was also 3-0 in 2012. So he's done this before. And then myself, I was 4-0 in 2018 and 2014. So been 5 years for me to start out this strong. Let's go the other way now. We got the 0-2 club.
Oh.
We got Zoe. We got Wolf, Pete. We got actually everybody from just 2 divisions here. The West Division has at least everybody with a win. So we have Zoe and Pete. And from the East Division, you have the Snakes and Weekended Girlies. Who is the biggest surprise, or who is here that didn't intend on being here?
Oh, God, we got 2 of them. I mean, obviously Pete. I mean, the guy is a legend, EDL legend there. And then Jerome, I really thought Jerome's getting a lot unlucky. If you look at his power ranking, he's got a good power ranking. So, I mean, I guess I got to say Jerome just because of the power ranking, right? I mean, before the season, I'd say Pete, but like right now, looking at their teams, Jerome's the biggest surprise because of how good his team is. He's just getting a little bit unlucky.
Yeah, 14-8 on the all play, and he's 0-2. That is tough. Everybody looking to get a win. For Zoe, as we know, Zoe's is only second in the league. He is still winless. Almost had one week 1. We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you're going to bring that up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get these dings, man. These YouTube, all my kids, you see how they're subscribed to all these 100 channels. Hopefully that's not coming through too loud. Pete himself maybe starts out 0-3, 0-4. DZ, he's never been 0-3 and 0-4 in his career. The only time he's gone in past week 4, 500 was back in 2016. Then we're in uncharted territories for Pete here on the start. Gurley, 0-4 in 2019, 0-4 in 2020, was 1-2 in 2021. He's trying to get out of the cellar the TV took over. This year's 0-2. He's got a good team, like you said, but still hasn't quite started out strong yet in the EDL. And then Snakes, DZ, you were 0-4 in 2020, 1-2 in 2022. Now, I think it's safe we all know it's in a rebuild, so it's not disrespectful. We all see what your team is. You're rebuilding. Yeah. We'll be excited to see what that is going forward. Now I got some I don't know how long fucking I'm rambling, but let's fly out some random ass shit, random stats of the season so we can go fast. Think Chris Berman, 60 seconds or less, just random shit. This offseason, Joe Burrow was the highest paid player, right? So at one point in their careers, Joe Burrow was the highest paid quarterback. Zeke at one point in his career became the highest paid running back. Michael Thomas at one point in his career was the highest paid wide receiver. Joey Bosa at one point in his career was the highest paid DN. And Marshawn Lattimore at one point in his career was the highest corner. What do all these things have in common, DZ?
Their apps.
They all played on the same college team. We know Joe Burrow wasn't whatever, but they were all on Ohio State at the same time. All became highest paid players in their position. Joe Burrow, we know the LSU thing, blah, 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 blah. Another note of somebody, C.J. Stroud became the first rookie in quarterback history to make a week one start with over 45 dropbacks without throwing a single interception. He also has the most passing attempts this season without an interception, and he has faced the third highest pressure rate, 44% of any quarterback in the NFL. C.J. Stroud airing it out and doing pretty well as a rookie.
Just real quick, I know you're on a 60-minute or 60-second thing here, but Stroud, that's very impressive. I saw his bugaboo coming out of college was passing against pressure, and so far in Houston, he's handled it nicely.
Another note, Trayvon Diggs, through 2 games this season, when quarterbacks target him, their passer rating is a 1.0. The passer rating of throwing the ball into the dirt every play is 39.6. So you're a better passer rating at throwing the ball into the ground than targeting Trayvon Diggs so far this year.
Damn.
Quarterback leader through week 2 in touchdowns, passer rating, adjusted passing yards, and EPA. Jordan Love season. Let it out. Tashawn Gibson, this is the 49ers defense. Tashawn Gibson has not been targeted this season on 96 coverage snaps. His other safety, Hufanga, has only been targeted 5 times in 93 coverage snaps. So basically nobody is testing these safeties in San Francisco. Found that pretty crazy. Dolphins have the 3 fastest speeds of the season so far. Tyreek, Mostert, and then Tyreek again. Something random. Three receivers in the top 8 of yards and receptions. Puka, Nico Collins, and Tutu Atwell. Who saw that coming? And then running backs, 3 in the top 6 fantasy running backs. Kyron Williams, Brian Robinson, and Mostert. Who saw that coming? So this is random nuggets. That's what I have for you. 60 seconds or less. Maybe that took 120 seconds.
Nice.
Couple storylines from our league, the fantasy league. Week 1, Tyreek put up 44.5 fantasy points, which is the 5th highest week 1 performance ever in the EDL. JJ Watt also posted 35.9 fantasy points for defense in week 1, which was TJ. What did I say, JJ?
Yes.
Which was the second best week 1 defensive performance all time. Nobody did shit in week 2 as far as anywhere in the rankings of stuff. Let's see, what else do I got? Are we going to touch on any week 1 stuff or not?
I buried that stuff deep down and forgot about it.
So, all right, I only got a couple more things, so this only takes a second. Week 1, Zoe and Seward had a 0.6 margin of victory, which was the closest week 1 game of all time that we've had in the EDL, and it was actually a stat correction. So let me go show you. If we go up here to the top of the screen, help, what's new, it'll show you all the stat corrections. So this week was Wednesday. The last set of stat corrections went through. I don't know which one it was. I don't have any control over this. It goes through. It is what it is. Zoe could have had his first W. Stat correction gave it to Seward, 0.6. Crazy week 1. Let's see what else we got. Rupp, week 1, 246.2 is the 25th rank week 1 score of all time. And then last but not least, myself, 311.3. Third time making the 300 club. Last time was in 2018, so been a long time. 23rd ranked score all time. That's where I'm at, DZ. How are we doing? Well, we should be caught up. We got some off-season stuff, some random things from the season, a little bit of what's going on so far in the EDL. I think that's some damn good work. Should we boogie on to where we're at in your world? Are we just previewing what's going forward? Or you want to talk about last week?
Review, and then we end with preview, right?
All right,
That's what I always thought.
No, that's perfect. Let me just find our review section. Where do we go? Weekly results summary? God, it's been so long. Weekly results. I'm ready when you're ready. My first game of the week we're looking at is a tight victory. Edwards getting the 2-0 over Weekend of Girlies, 253.9, 240.9. Let's start with the good. Edwards, how'd he get it done and why'd he get it done?
Hey, I'm going with DeAndre Swift. Literally almost nothing week one. And then we all saw him on Thursday Night Football, 32.7, 28 carries, 175 yards, 1 touchdown. This has got to be like great news for Edwards, but at the same time, absolutely infuriating. Like, how do you not have this talented of a guy playing week one? Like, what the fuck are they thinking over there? So, some shenanigans are going to happen to him later in the season with Swift in his lineup. Hopefully, Edwards doesn't have a burrito in the microwave when the actives and inactives come out for the Eagles.
Then give me his Joe Dirt.
Trevor Lawrence, no touchdowns, only 216 yards, 9.6 in this one. Kind of a slow start to the season for Trevor Lawrence. I'm sure he'll get it going, but that's not a good sign.
I have been Trevor Lawrence's biggest fan for a long time. I'm starting to get, I don't want to say worried, but there's a worry meter. We're starting to have a heartbeat on the bottom of there. If you go look, I don't want to go look, but go look at his last year's stats, consistency, 300-yard games, whatever you want to do it. I don't know. All right, let's go jump over to Gurley's. Give me his pay dirt.
What's funny, Jerome gets a lot of flack for dumping his two generational quarterbacks in Herbert and Trevor Lawrence that we just talked about. Well, he got some good games from his quarterbacks this weekend. Russell Wilson, Nate, making a comeback here, 32.8, 308 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, Nate, 56 yards. Number 3 quarterback through 2 weeks for Russell.
Fairly impressive, and give me his Joe Dirt. Why'd he lose?
Jamar Chase, man, this is killer, bro. 8.1 in this one, Nate. He's got 17 targets this year and a total of 17.4 points in Dynasty.
That's not good. Joe Burrow, got to be Joe Burrow's fault, right? We blaming Joe Burrow?
Nah, I will get to that later, but T. Higgins had a nice game. There's no excuse here.
All right, let's move on. Good win for Edwards, 2-0. Nice to see you up here with all of us winners. Next game, we got Seward falling to Rob's adorable Dynasty Slayers. Give me the Slayers' biggest pay dirt.
Dude, this was, I woke up kind of late on Sunday, and I'm sitting there reading through the EDL text, and they're like gassing up Jerome for being right about Daniel Jones. And I was so confused, bro. It was like birds and they're like, I feel like I got to pay you some money, and then Robbie's regretting it. And then all of a sudden I look over here, and the motherfucker's got 35.7, Nate. 321 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 54 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. After a 6.9 week against a really tough Dallas team, he's still top 10 quarterback right now after this performance.
Yeah, well, wait, what do we
So where's Jerome right at? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Where's Daniel Jones?
Dude, people overreact, bro. It was like first half was bad or something.
What do you have to get? He has to get top 5 for that bet. Is that right?
Oh, God. Probably.
Dude, he's 7.4 points away from top 5 right now. We're on the Daniel Jones watch. We're starting right now. 7.4 points away. Let's see if he can get it done. All right, give me Robbie's Joe Dirt.
Breece Hall. I mean, only 4 carries in this game. The Jets are a mess. Only 1.7 points for Breece Hall.
Tough. Let's bump over to Jerome's side. His pay dirt.
Seward. Dude, this has got to be a wonderful sign for Seward with his aging vets here. Mike Evans, dude, 29.1, Nate. 6 catches, 171 and a touchdown. The number 4 receivers so far in EDL this year.
Underplayed, undersold storyline that I didn't hear one time. Baker Mayfield on the Bucks. Dude, they were boys in college. Of course Mike Evans is going to get targets. Of course Baker's throwing him the ball. That's what they no wait, they weren't. I'm thinking Manziel. I'm an idiot. Doesn't matter. Same guy. They're both. Hey, they both kind of same guy.
Same coach, right?
Same coach? Guy. Same guy. I'm here. Hey, it's a conspiracy. It's a clone. Baker Mayfield, Manziel, same guy. And then we got to give his Joe dirt. Let me see, Seward.
Man, this is kind of attached to the worst trade that I can think of those 21 trades you were talking about. Seward traded his first pick for George Kittle, essentially. He got a second back as well. But, dude, we talk about the Niners, 30-plus points in both games this season so far. George Kittle, 6 catches, 49 for the whole season, no touchdowns. That's disgusting, bro. You going to trade your first-round pick? You better get more quality than that.
Didn't he trade for Najee this offseason, too?
Hey, we don't want to talk about that. Man, we already going to have to do a wellness check.
All right, let's move on. Next game, we got myself, 300 Club. Let's go. Potential points, 370. I did not see that. Who is my pay dirt?
Yeah, fuck. Goddamn, this was tough. I'm going down your fucking list here. I normally like to go offensive player always, which I did here. But damn, you going down your list, it's just like 20, 20, 30, 20, 20, 20, 20. And then fuck, after dud, you had 15, 15, 29. I ended up with Raheem Mostert. I mean, you talk about this, the 31-year-old running back, Nate. A lot of guys you tried to sell this offseason. I'm sure nobody came at you for Mostert. You held on to him, and you're paying dividends right now.
I'm excited. I love it. And give me my Joe dirt.
This was just as tough as finding the right pay dirt. So I just went with Ayuk after a big week 1, 32 points. A lot of hype there. Only 7.3. He did have fucking 6 targets in this game. Just didn't find the end zone, and only caught 3 of those targets.
All right, and let's move on to the other side. Matt, who I think Matt's got a good team, 252. Got to be happy with that score. Give me his pay dirt.
Yeah, this was a weird one, man. This one was tough as well. I went with Jared Goff. Because you expect Jalen Hurts and Christian McCaffrey to get the job done. Jared Goff, 28 points, 323 yards, 3 touchdowns. If he can get that kind of sort of production from Goff all year, this is a good team. But, if we see old Jared Goff, Rams Jared Goff, he's going to be in trouble.
Yep. Good matchup, Matt. I think your team is playoff hungry this year. Let's move on to our next game. DZ, your matchup, 211. Not bad. Got in the 200 club. Rupp with
How many times have I done that? Did you figure that out?
No. Rupp with 260.2. Give me his pay dirt.
Hey, I'm honorable mention at Danielle Hunter. I'm sure Rupp probably would have preferred me to pick that guy. But man, Keenan Allen, man, left for dead. 31.1 in this one, 8 catches, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. You gotta love getting production. When you hang on to these old people and you don't get proper value and you waited too long and they're just stuck on your team and they're gonna die and they're just gonna die on your team. You gotta love 31.1, right?
Fuck it, Rupp. Me and Rupp just riding off into the sunset with our fucking old guys. I love it. Yes, I'm all for old guys scoring 30 points plus. Give it to me.
Yes.
Give me his Joe dirt.
Man, Nate, this is the guy me and you both were high on, but we got to eat crow. We got to eat it. Dude, Deshaun Watson, Nate. I don't know what's going on here. Only 389 yards passing in the first 2 weeks. I know weather has been not optimal, and that's why leaving Houston was not good. But dang, it's tough. You'd think he would turn it around, but it's looking more grim by the minute.
I was definitely big on Watson this year. A funny story for any of the Twitter heads, it's probably only me. People speculated right after the game that Deshaun Watson made a burner account, and he was on there. It's like Free Watson or something like that is the handle, but there's some pretty... right after the game, I don't know, look into it.
Free Watson? What?
Yeah, get on Twitter and just look up Watson burner, and you'll find some good content there. Moving on to your team. Who's your pay dirt, DZ?
Yeah, Nico Collins, man. 3 years in the making right here, Nate. 27.6. Got it done. 7 catches, 146 yards, and he got in the end zone. I'm happy, 20 targets through 2 weeks. I need this. I need someone to come out. I need some players to come out of the woodwork. I can't just be putting up shit weeks. I really want to compete as hard as I can. because I know I'm going to be in the bottom 4 or whatever. I just like to put up a fight, and boy, don't let me beat you. Do not let me beat you, because that's embarrassing.
I did not read it, but maybe something interests you. Matt Harmon, Reception Perception, just did an article on Nico Collins, I think yesterday. Might want to look into that. And give me your Joe Dirt.
Was it good or bad?
I didn't read it. I think it was good though. It looked, the headline was good.
All right. My dirt is Rashad Bateman, man. Come on, dude. Like 4.6 in this one. Hasn't done shit all year. 6 catches, 53 yards. The only thing is I didn't give him a first round pick for him. But dude, Nelson Aguilar, bro, 5 catches, 63 yards and 1 touchdown. Like, can I get that? Why is Nelson Aguilar outplaying Rashad Bateman?
Too true. Good win, Rupp. 2-0. Good start. Our next matchup, we have Casey getting a W over Pete, 240 to 199.2. And not to pile on Pete, because that's not what we're trying to do, but what he's done so far it doesn't happen often. So a couple more notes on Pete's start. His 0-1, right? First time since week 12 of 2021. 2021 had Pete lost. So week 1, that was his first loss since 2021 of week 12. Fucking insane run. A perfect season. Before the season before that, I think he was 15-1. Absolutely nutty run. His first loss in
UConn
a year and a half. Pretty fantastic. If Pete meetings ending in 10 minutes, easy. If Pete loses again, it will be the first time Pete has lost back-to-back since 2016. Week 12 and week 13, Pete lost back-to-back. That was the last time it's ever happened. Oh, that was the last time that he did do it. Sorry, I just read it wrong. 2016, last time Pete has ever lost back-to-back. Fucking insane run. Let's move on. KC 240, good score. What's his pay dirt?
Yeah, we're gonna go with T. Higgins after a goose egg in week 1. 8 catches, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. He got the double dips here with Joe, Cool Joe and Higgins in this one.
Yep, and then what was his Joe dirt?
I went with Madison, man. Like, dude, I swear, Pete was telling me he offered him Casey wanted like 2 firsts for this guy. And it's so gross to be like him having to because they just traded for Cam Akers, dude. Madison looks horrible. I don't know if you watched Thursday Night Football. Dude, 6.5 points in this one. Everything he's done this year has been just volume. He caught a lot of balls week 1. 22.1. He had a touchdown. It's so funny how sometimes we overrate these part-time running backs, and when they actually get the gig, they just can't get the job done.
Yeah, definitely. I know a couple people. I wanted Madison. I don't remember how intense I was.
Did you get him any best balls or anything?
A couple. I did.
I didn't fucking touch him, bro.
I snagged a couple of Madison's, which sucks. And then let's move on to Pete's team. Give me his pay dirt.
Yeah, I went with Tutu Atwell. You already talked about him earlier in this game, earlier in the show, Nate. Dude, on pace for 111 catches and 1,666 yards. No touchdowns so far this year, and he's still up there as one of the better receivers so far. Very impressive with his Pete is with his Rams receivers.
And his Joe dirt.
I mean, Dalvin Cook, bro. Running back 50 for the season, 1 point in this one, Nate. Only 4 carries, 12.5 for the season. Man, how heartbreaking is it a season so far for the Jets fans?
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. He traded. Did he get Dalvin from you last year?
Well, yeah, that was a minute ago.
Dude, Dalvin's been passed around the league. All right, let's move on. Good win, Casey, getting it done. Moving to 1-1, going into week 3, doubleheader week, or against the average. So that'll be fun. And our last matchup, we got Zoe 234.4. Zoe's scoring. Zoe's a better team than he was last year, so he's improved for that much. But Bird, year 5 Bird. This is it. I've been saying 5-year plan for I don't know how many years. This is it. This is the year number 5. He's 2-0, 251.1. Who's his pay dirt?
Are we doing Bird?
Yeah,
first?
Bird.
I went with James Conner. You know, I think this is crucial for Bird right here. He needs production out of that running back spot, and he got 21.2 from Conner in this one. 23 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, we know the Cardinals are going to be ass, but they're putting up a lot more of a fight than people thought coming into this season.
Yep, and then give me his Joe Dirt.
You know, we talked about Mike Evans earlier and like everything that's going on there. Chris Godwin is the one that's actually looking old over there. Only 10.8 in this one, 10.1 in the first week. That's very mid. You want a little bit more from his not as old as your guys, your guys and Rupp's guys, but I mean that's not the production that Bird is looking for, I'm sure.
And let's look at Zoe's team and his pay dirt.
Yeah, I went with B. Robinson. You can figure out which one this is. 32.5 in this one, 18 carries, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nate Dogg, number 4 running back, and it's not Bijan, it's Brian Robinson. Great start to the season for that guy.
If Zoe just drafts all B Robinsons, he should be good. Just that. Stick to that plan.
It's a strat.
And what's his pay or Joe Dirt?
Dude, Zeke Elliott. This guy, I'm sick of seeing this guy in an EDL starting lineup. Get him the fuck out of here, man. 2.3, garbage.
Alrighty, and that wraps up our week 2. Week 1, we are up to date in our videos. DZ, we got a preview this week. Week 3.
We gotta go fast.
Oh, we got it. We're flying already. Except my computer's glitching. Previews?
Oh shit.
First game, we got Edwards versus Matt. Is Edwards gonna stay 3-0? Is he gonna get there? I say no. I say no.
Can I go check to see who's first I got? I need Edwards to win this game. I'm pretty sure.
I definitely think it's gonna be a tight matchup. I think I like Matt's team. Let's move on to Casey versus Robbie. Casey's projected to win by 28.
It's weird. Like Robbie's team is just all about his quarterbacks. Like these weirdos that run around and shit. Sometimes throw the ball. Like when they do good, Robbie does good. So it's all about Daniel Jones and Lamar. If they do good, Robbie wins.
Oh man, it's like he's starting JSN still, which I don't know. Drake London. I just feel like Robbie has a ton of guys who I fucking love. They're just not quite doing it. But I don't know. I'm gonna go Casey here. Let's move on. Our next matchup, we got Birds of Prey, 2-0. 2-0 Bird against Jerome here. Jerome's the favorite by 7. This one looks like it's gonna be tight.
I think Waddle's hurt. I don't know how bad. So, I mean, that's huge, right? I don't know how this first game with Gibbs without Monty, like no Chubb, Jerome Ford, a lot of unanswered stuff going on here. I feel like Jerome's got a better team. Obviously, Bird's got the quarterback matchup, but Jerome, I like Jerome in this one, but he needs a win. Fuck, Jerome needs a win right here. Jerome needs this. He needs this. He's going to get it.
I'm going to go Bird. Fuck it. Let's go to our next matchup. We got Rupp versus Seward. I'm going to go Rupp. I don't love Rupp's team this year like other years that I've loved Rupp's team, but he's well seasoned. I like Rupp here.
Bro, I need Seward to win so bad. Kittle better, after I talk shit about Kittle, he better drop a 40 burger or something, right? Tonight. Come on. What the fuck?
And then our next matchup, we got 2 0-2 teams going head to head. Somebody's getting a win this week. Is it you, DZ, or is it Zoe?
Zoe? I'm playing Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. You just woke me up. I'm about to go trade first-round picks just to beat his ass, dude.
Zoe's getting a dub this week. And then we got myself 2-0 against an 0-2 Wolf, a pissed off Wolf. Right now, I'm favored to win by 0.3. Pretty close. I gotta pick myself. I always do.
Dude, if you think about the storyline here, it just feels like you're gonna get humbled right here.
Pete, if you make a trade, I'm gonna make a trade.
No, hey, you're gonna get humbled this week, and then we're not doing a show next week. So
yeah,
we'll see you guys in a couple weeks, maybe.
Pete, you want a show next week? You know what to do. All right, that's what we got, D's. Fucking great to be back. This was more fun, and I rambled probably too long, but fucking EDL, greatest ever, ever, ever. See y'all next week. Peace. Oh shoot, we don't want to end that. Not yet. Peace.